On the last trading session of a Friday, gold spot printed a closing price little above 1700. The numbers rounded and the market is closed. And on the last week, gold traded as low as $1,687 per ounce and as high as $1,759 per ounce. The numbers are rounded and the market is closed. Gold is trading in a bull trend, but we are below all the daily simple moving averages, which technically means a correction. The relative strength index is showing readings bearish on daily chart and bearish on weekly and still moderate on the monthly chart. The supports are 1680, if broken 1650, then 1625, and the resistance levels are located at 1760, then 1810, and then 1880. That's all. Move on now to the calendar. On the economic calendar for the coming week and from the United States, we are waiting for the core CPI on Wednesday, then on Thursday, the JOLTS jobs openings and PPI month to month due on Friday. That's all for the economic calendar. We'll move on now to the trading strategy. Hi again. Gold market started to show some signs of support last week, though the sell-off continued as expected. But if you noticed, the level 1700 and beneath started to act as a solid support, and from there, gold started to bounce or attempted to bounce several times and closed the week at little above $1,700 per ounce on the spot rate. This put it aside, let's have a look if you noticed what happened on the US indices on the last trading session of Friday, especially the Dow Jones. The market was flipped on the other side and it was bought back in less than 4 hours. And it tells you something that I was trying to tell you in the last video, that the market is not really bothered about the rising yields. The rising yields is could be a real problem for markets, but the markets are not really taking it as a real problem because there's a bigger problem, which is the US dollar. Who is willing to take out his money from the markets and put it in the US dollar, which could collapse at any moment. However, the rising yields is causing a problem for gold because, as I said in our last video, that gold has a positive correlation to the bonds, and the yields are rising. This means the bonds are getting sold. Bonds and gold are both safe havens, and both are getting oversold. And technically, these two markets, gold and bonds, are extremely oversold at the moment, and they will need technically to bounce off from these lows. And fundamentally, if you need to look for a fundamental reason for these markets to be taken from this oversold levels, there's something called a twist operation. This is something where the Fed is going to make a new issue new treasury bills with short-term maturity, higher interest rate, and they're going to use the money that they are going to raise from these new issued treasury bills to buy back the 10 years maturity treasury bills, and by which the switch will take place and the yields are going to come down. As I said in my last video, gold shall rise from these levels about 1680 to 1700 for several reasons. In my opinion, number one, yield issue could be solved through what I said before, the Operation Twist, and it's going to be called Operation Twist 3, which tells you that the Fed did it 2 times before this, and they are going to do it again. Number two, Fed cannot devalue gold because Fed is the holder of the biggest amount or reserve of gold in the world. It's their hedge. Number three, gold is extremely oversold at levels rarely seen. And number four, gold is almost 10% below its 200 days daily simple moving average. So this is also a rare observation. And number five, the major low for gold is due in 2024. If you look at the monthly chart for gold, gold gives you a major low each 8 years, 2024, 2016, 28, sorry, 2008 and 2000. Look at this monthly chart. You see that gold is attempting to do a cup and handle. If it does it successfully, it will show you 5,000 in a few years. Now, gold on the monthly chart, as I said in the last video, we bounced from these levels in 2011 when the damage in the financial system and the monetary system was less than now. So this is due, in my belief, that at these levels we find support and we bounce back. That's all for this video for this week. Thank you guys for watching. See you another week in another video in the coming week.